Welcome to this post-race press conference for race 2 here at Assen for round 11 of the Bennetts British Superbike Championship. Huge congratulations to the top three. What a brilliant piece of entertainment you've provided for us. And we'll start with third place, Smith's BMW rider Peter Hickman. And Hickey, you led for so long, just couldn't quite hold on in the end.
Yeah, we've been fast all weekend. You know, Upton Park was a real tough round for us, and electronically we just couldn't figure out what was going on with the bike, and the teams worked really hard over the last kind of week and a half, lots of hours on the dyno trying to figure out what it is, and they managed to fix it for this weekend, and it's the bike's not missed a beat. So massive thanks to the Smiths Racing BMW team for that. All the hard graft has paid off, and we've been fast right from the start. Seemed to find a real good setting straight away, and felt really comfortable on the bike. So my race pace was fast right from the off. I always struggle in qualifying. To do a brain out one lap is I really struggle with. So I went just about as fast in race 1 as what I did on my qualifying lap when I felt like I was biting the screen. So so I always end up fighting from a long way back. When my race pace generally wherever we go is generally strong enough for the top 5 at least. So I knew that if I could get away well in race 1, then we could make a real good go of it. We missed out in that, but in race 2 we definitely made amends. You know, starting on pole, I got away real cleanly. The start was absolutely bang on. It couldn't have been much better at all, and I thought, well, I'll just get my head down, and I think I managed to break the pack a bit. I'm not quite entirely sure. It's probably about a second or so I was in front of everyone, and then obviously the safety car came out, and that kind of didn't help so much. You know, we were using the SE0 softer rear tyre, and we need to try and keep the temperature in it. So when the safety car came out, the temperature dropped a bit too much, and it was out for 2 or 3 laps, and it just hindered us a little bit, and I couldn't quite pull away like I had been doing initially, and it took a few laps for the tyre to come back. And then when Josh came through, by that point the tyre had actually spun on the rim a little bit, so I had a bit of chatter, but I was still trying to hang in there as much as I could. Josh looked like he had a bit more grip than I did, but my bike was a little bit faster than his, so it kind of equaled itself out a little bit. And then by the time Leon had come through, I was kind of not struggling to hang on, but I was just hanging on, and that was it. I wasn't any faster for sure, and yeah, the guys pulled away a little bit towards the end, and I realised I got a big gap behind. I tried really hard on the last lap to close it just a bit, and I lost the front and the rear going into turn 9, and I thought, yeah, that's me done. So happy enough to be on the podium, and yeah, almost closing in on the championship a little bit more. I think I'm up to 5th now, and still only a few points behind Josh now. So yeah, 3rd in the championship is what we're aiming for at Brands Hatch. Obviously, we've got 3 races, and really looking forward to it.
We're looking forward to it too. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great stuff. Thanks, Peter Hickman. And turning to Josh Brooks for McCann's Yamaha. And Josh, on the grid, you mentioned to Larry you weren't kind of optimistic at all about the race, and here you're on the podium. How was it?
Yeah, the last few rounds haven't really gone our way, and you know, it's even more frustrating now thinking about that race, because you know, it shows what our championship could have been if we'd been had that motorcycle at every round. You know what I mean? You know, I know myself that I can fight for the podium every weekend, but you know, sometimes the bike just isn't there, and I certainly didn't develop talent between race 1 and race 2. So you know, the bike improved, which is a great result. Really enjoyed, even though coming second, you know, normally would be a disappointment, but I'm actually really quite pleased with second. You know, race corner by corner and lead the race, and see the lap times on my dash that I was able to do. I couldn't have dreamed of doing that during the race in race 1. So yeah, really pleased to see you know, a great race and a great battle turn out. I'm sure it was interesting or exciting to watch. I'll certainly enjoy watching it back on TV during the week.
I'm sure you will. We'll look forward to seeing you at Brands Hatch. Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.
And turning to you're looking much more relieved than you were after race 1 press conference, I have to say, Leon, for JG Speedfit Kawasaki. But looked like you had to dig hard for that.
Yeah, it was always difficult. You know, these guys was on a softer tyre, and I was trying to keep out of trouble, but I attempted to retract it. You know, got hit by Dan from behind, and then Taron crashed directly in front of me, which obviously lost me a lot of time. I felt like I had good pace even with a hard tyre, and it did go off towards the end, but I felt I could still keep a good rhythm. So yeah, it worked out in the end, but you know, it wasn't a planned race again. It was just a bit of a hectic one, and to get the race win, like I say, over the moon. Really happy, and like I say, mainly credit to the team. You know, the bike this year has been so stable. We've not had to change too much, and you know, to get 14 wins to this stage, I'm over the moon.
It's a 61-point advantage you take into Brands Hatch, but we've seen that kind of advantage be eroded before. But how are you going to approach that final 3 races?
I'm going to win it on Saturday because I'm going to have a big party Saturday night, and I'll be cheering from the grandstands on Sunday. That's my plan. Plus, that's the only track I've never won at on a Kawasaki, so I need to finish on a high and get at least 1 win at Brands.